welcome back to Open. Look, we figured it out. That's right, while we were on break. So, we're always inviting you to get social with us. That's right, tweet us at BronxNet TV and tweet me too. Let me know what you think about my head wrap, my crown for today. Okay, so Wise Fruit is an artistic showcase dedicated to the feminine divine. And the evening includes performances from New York City artists and choreographers, and while offering a chance to mingle and talk with others and, most importantly, plant seeds of change. So joining us now to tell us more, we welcome the curator, Brinda Guha. Hello and welcome.
How are you, Rhina?
So what do you think? We did this on break real quick.
I feel like you achieved the flower, so I'm pumped about your flower. Yeah, no, it looks amazing.
Well, I think we could work on it a little bit more, but you know what? We got something going on for now, right? Because I'm looking at it in the camera and I'm going, well, I want more of the African look, so maybe we'll do the side thing. But this isn't about my head wrap. This is about culture, right? Yes. And now we're going to speak further about culture, about your culture. Yes. And so please, share a little bit about your background. She's Indian, everyone. Yes, I love it. And what I love most about your background is that you were raised within it, and you embraced it, and you harnessed it, and you harbored it, and then now you're fusing it. So talk about it.
Okay, so I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I learned dance from my mom. My mom has a dance school in New Jersey called Kalamandir Dance School. Kalamandir translates to Temple of Art. And her school's in New Jersey, and I've been training under her, North Indian classical Kathak dance. And so, that's really my base. My base is Kathak dance, and I've done that my whole life. And then I moved over to New York. I went to NYU, and I moved over to New York to pursue dance and to pursue a career in arts administration. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing now. And I decided with my mother many years ago that I wanted to find a way to make classical Indian dance accessible and relatable, and not something that we feel like we can't do. When you look at styles from other cultures, you feel, wow, I would buy a ticket to go watch that, but I'm scared to try it.
Right.
And so that's something that I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to make it
So let's just give everybody a little bit insight as to what Kathak dance is.
Yeah.
Because I was reading your background, and right now I guess commercialized Bollywood is what most people identify with. But let's talk about Kathak.
Yeah. So Kathak dance is honestly one of the oldest forms of dance in the world. It is from North India, but it has bred life to the gypsy life, which eventually led through the Middle East and up North Africa into Spain, and has birthed forms like flamenco and other styles of nomadic dances. It has lots of turns, it has lots of footwork. It has changed over time because it's gone through the Mughal era and then the Hindu era and all the empires in between. So it's a very moving dance form. It's very fast, it's very quick, and it's very, very elegant.
A lot of spinning.
A lot of turning.
A lot of spinning, right? A lot of turning.
Yeah, kind of like Sufi folk dancing and stuff like that. It has elements of a lot,
And then it's like its own language, right? Within the different regions?
Exactly. So we have 8 different classical Indian dance forms, and they kind of are bred and curated in different parts of India, but they're obviously all over now. And and it's been my mission to kind of take classical Indian dance, and instead of rejecting it and doing something new, I want to use it as a foundation, as a base, in order to create proper fusion. And I'm discovering what that is. I don't have the answers, but with my company, which I have a dance company called Kalamandir Dance Company, I'm coining the term contemporary Indian. I want to be the founder of Contemporary Indian in New York City.
Very
and
nice.
For me, it is very much it's very important to pay homage to and use the base and foundation of classical Indian dance in order to take it to a more accessible, modern, contemporary realm. And so that's what I'm doing.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations. and almost like Mikteri, it's kind of like bringing the next generation into their own, right?
Yeah.
It's like embrace where you come from. And then, of course, mosh posh it with wherever it is that you're at, right?
Absolutely.
Because we're New Yorkers at the end of the day, and we
First and
are.
foremost.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's really
and so
true.
how do you incorporate who you are or where your origins are with who you are today?
Exactly.
They don't go, they belong hand in hand. Period.
Exactly.
And so it's beautiful that you're
Thank
using
you.
it, and that you're coining your own term.
Yes.
Yes. Love
Hashtag
that.
contemporary Indian. Hashtag contemporary Indian.
I
Then
love
we can
that.
make
Love
it happen.
that. Love that. Love that. And now I also really appreciate the women empowerment
Yes.
movement that you have going on, and your passion for Planned Parenthood. So let's talk about that.
So Planned Parenthood, I would like to say, has saved so many lives in New York City, many of whom are close to me, has been an outlet for me as well. And so there are a few organizations that I feel are practicing what they preach, and I think that Planned Parenthood is one of them. And I think in a time like now where women's rights and voices in health are being threatened, I wanted to do something where I brought the arts community into tangible activism. And sometimes artists, and I love my
Tangible
artists.
activism.
Yeah.
So how is that physical? How do you make activism
How do you
tangible?
physicalize it,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what I'm exploring. And so Wise Fruit to me is an elevated symbol of what we can be doing in the arts community. The arts community tends to promote the arts for other artists.
Right.
And I wanted to try to start a dialogue about how the arts community can start to relate to everybody.
Right.
And so for me, having a benefit for Planned Parenthood was one good cause. The other one was opening dialogue and conversation about what Wise Fruit is. And Wise Fruit to me is an elevated presence of women that we can have. Fruit, the symbol of fruit with seeds and freshness and seasonal quality of fruit is very reminiscent of the feminine divine, in my opinion. And Wise Fruit is kind of taking us to that queen crown status. And so
the theme for today.
exactly. And so I was resonating with that in your last segment.
Planned Parenthood serves as a support system.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's all related.
It's all related, and that's what I figured. And so we had one Wise Fruit in the spring at the Art Cafe in Brooklyn, and this next one is on Monday, in 3 days from now. And it will be at the DL rooftop on Delancey Street in the Lower East Side. And the DL is absolutely supporting me in this cause. And I have 8 amazing headliners headlining this event, New York City-based choreographers. I have 11 New York City-based freestylers who will be popping up throughout the space. I have DJ Anna Morgan. I have a host, Lauren Cox, who is currently in the live show Seeing You. And all these people are the face of the event, and I want to be behind the scenes, and I want to create a platform where we can talk about women, and we can dedicate to women, but use our art to do it.
And celebrate the multiculturalism that is New York, because everybody has, you're celebrating different genres of dance as well, right?
Absolutely,
So
all different genres. We have Candace Brown, who's in hip-hop urban styles. We have Mike Esperanza, who does beautiful contemporary movement. Vanessa Corrali, who does stiletto heels and all kinds of other sassy stuff. Omari Mizrahi, who does Afrik fusion and African and West African dancing. Soul's a Duende, which is my trio, so I'll be performing. I have a collaborative trio that we started together with tap, flamenco, and Kathak percussive footwork dance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tap, Kathak, and
flamenco.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a combination.
And Amanda Castro and Ariel Rosales are the deal. They're the sugar. Everyone should follow them. Navatman dance, which is South Indian classical dancing, called Bharatanatyam. Dan Lai, contemporary fusion, and Sun Kim, also contemporary fusion and urban styles.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so exciting.
Yes,
and
yes.
You know what? I wish you the best, and we're going to make sure everybody knows all the information so that they can partake. But also, we got to make sure we have you back on with to do a performance.
Oh my
for
us.
I
would love it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
would love it.
Love the work you do.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy to be here.
On your newfounded, coined term in contemporary Indian.
And also hashtag Wise Fruit.
Hashtag Wise Fruit as well. All right, you guys, Wise Fruit is taking place on Monday, July 31st, and that's happening from 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the DL Rooftop, located on 95 Delancey Street. And for more information, you can visit brindaguha.com. That's brindaguha.com. Okay, we're taking a quick break, but stick around. There's more Open coming up next.